Jessica, whether you're preparing for a competition or personal defense, being able to shoot while you're moving is a very important skill set, and actually hitting the target is also pretty important. But also you need to keep in mind that this is not as easy as it looks. It really takes a lot of work at the range, but not all ranges have that option, right?
No, that's true. When you go to a range, usually you're restricted to one lane and that's it, and you don't get to practice any type of movement, which is important.
Sure, or even drawing from the holster, a whole myriad of other factors. But what we're going to do is we're going to start out very simply with you actually remaining stationary and you doing a figure 8 motion with your gun just like this. Now I want you to make a fairly large figure 8, but I want you to stay within the confines of the silhouette of the target that we're going to be shooting. And when I say threat, I don't want you to stop. I want you to continue that motion and just press the trigger each time I say threat. I think what you'll see is that even though you don't have a perfect sight picture, you can accept that little bounce, which is inherently involved with shooting on the move. And you're going to accept that and you'll take it, and I bet you'll get pretty good hits on target.
I'm really excited because even I don't get to practice shooting on the move as much as I'd like to.
Well, here at Gunsight, we can do that.
Let's do it.
All right, Jessica, go ahead and draw. Come to a low ready position. And what I want you to do is I want you to come up on target. You can do that now. And I want you to make that figure 8 motion we talked about. And I want you to extend that motion all the way to each edge of the target. I want you to go ahead and stage your finger on the trigger, take the slack out, and when I give you a threat command, I want you to press that trigger to the rear and let that shot land where it may. You ready?
Ready.
Threat. Good. Threat. 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 Good job. And holster. All right, let's go forward and take a look at it. If our friend Jim Tarr was writing an article about this, he would probably call this a ½ inch group, but it's actually more like several inches. But this is exactly what I wanted you to do. You didn't cheat. If you were cheating and stopping it every time, all your rounds would be right here. Since your rounds are kind of all over the place, but still all effective rounds on this guy, you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. With that figure 8 motion, controlling the trigger and not stopping that motion. You're getting used to the sights moving, which is really going to come into play now when we do the diamond drill. You ready for it?
Ready.
Also pretty cool how you shot the sight off his gun. Now he's relegated to point shooting. So very good job on that one.
Thank you.
Let's do the diamond drill. All right, Jessica, now we have the diamond drill set up. So what I want you to do is go ahead and draw to a low ready position. Good, and I want you to move in this manner here, and I want you to walk your feet in the direction that you're going, turn at your torso to engage the target. So let's, with a slow tactical walk, start moving. Okay. 2 rounds on the target per threat command. Okay. Move. Threat! Good, tap, rack, assess, keep going. Good job. Threat! Good, and now coming backwards. Threat! Good, and now moving back, walking this way, stop. Walk this way with the gun still pointed that way. There you go. Good job. Fix it, good job. And holster. So we worked through a couple malfunctions there. That was really good. But you see how it can be quite difficult when you're...
My body was torqued the whole way.
But the reason you want to do that is because you don't want to be doing this crab walk thing here because you're going to fall over. Okay, that's why we want to be pointed like this when we engage. There's a drill that we use to practice that, Jessica. If you want to come up here, we can do that really quickly. So what we're going to do is, facing the target, draw to a low ready. Good. Now what I want you to do is, your upper body is going to be oriented on that threat the whole time, but your lower body is going to walk this way, and you're going to fire 2 rounds when you get in line with the target. You ready?
Ready.
Move. Fix it. Good job. And stop and holster. Cool. Now what we're going to do is the same thing but go in the other direction. This can become more difficult because you're going to really get bound up, so you have a couple options. One is that you could bend your knees more and just bear into it like that. Another is that you can actually shoot one-handed at this distance. So you figure out which of those you want to try, and don't shoot until you get in line with the target. So go ahead and draw and move. 2 rounds. Good. And stop and holster. All right, what'd you think? I mean, some pretty simple drills, but they're sort of challenging, right?
They were a lot of fun.
You have to really get used to moving in all these different directions and controlling the trigger and maintaining somewhat of a good sight picture on the target. That's a really good target, and I take full credit for that, being your coach in this drill.
Whatever. All right, guys, here we are at the site, and for this competition, we are going to be shooting steel from 6 different positions, and the 7th one, I just got to say, is going to go out with a bang.
Sounds interesting. Who's going first?
It's her competition. She goes first.
I'll go first. Let's go.
All right.
Shooter ready, stand by. Hit! 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 Miss! Hit! Hit! Nice job, Jess. Now you hit the tannerite, it's just that you knocked the lid off of it, so that's even a more trick shot, right? But you didn't get the grand finale you were expecting.
Well, you know what? I feel like I got gypped a little bit, but I'm really hoping that you and Tar can blow that
Good
up.
job, though.
Thanks.
Nice shot.
All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Hit! I'm not sure if you hit that one. 55-71.
Not bad.
Shooter ready? Stand by.
No pressure, Jim. Hit.
Hit.
Hit!
Hit.
Hit! Hit! Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hit! Hit! Nice!
59-39.
You might have had me if you didn't try to reinvent the course there.
I think you still would have been a second or so faster than me.
Yeah.
Well, someone tried to sabotage me by changing the Blaze orange label in this direction.
Well, a wise man once told me that if you're not cheating,
You're
not
not
trying.
That's my line.
We know this.
What you got to do there is lock this.
No, look at
Hold on.
it.
You got that upside down.
Isn't every happy ending explosive?
Not when you get old.
To varying degrees.
No, your ending just goes.
It's dust.